I'm going to give you guys the hot mom blueprint. If you apply these principles, you're not going to have that belly overhang, that bulging tummy over your jeans, and then you can't wear those tight dresses. I'm going to help you guys wear the bikinis, the crop tops, and the tight dresses so then you feel super confident because your tummy is flat and then you just look freaking hot. Number 4 is a total game changer, so you want to stick around till the end. We're here on the 4-day challenge. Tighten your tummy, keep the yummy challenge. 4 most important aspects of a tight waistline. One of the most important aspects, nutrition. I actually have like a laundry basket and I filled it with all the foods that I eat just to show you. What is funny is that I only figured out all these game changers somewhere in my 40s, and you can see from all my client transformations, mostly mums, women over 35, the most significant change is around their midsection, around their belly areas. This blueprint works, you guys. I've used this over and over again. Number 1, if you want to shrink that waistline, you want to tighten up your tummy, is to eat smaller meals. This has nothing to do with like your metabolism. In the past, people said, okay, you eat smaller meals throughout the day, then your metabolism speeds up. That's all bullshit. Basically, you just notice that when you have like a really big meal, you just feel like, ugh, right? It's painful to even suck your tummy in. So what I do is I just break my food up into like smaller meals throughout the day, so then it's just faster to digest. Everything just goes down quickly. All right, so your tummy is not just holding and digesting that freaking food like constantly. So break it down into smaller meals. It's faster to digest and then you're not in pain all the time trying to suck that in. Number 2, the other key thing is to reduce or to cut out the food that could cause inflammation. Those are foods that your body doesn't like. Now, you'll see most of you are like over 30, some of you over 40, 50. You've had all those years to know your body, to know what like doesn't feel good, like what immediately kind of feels uncomfortable in your stomach, right? What makes your tummy bloat? And mostly these are like processed foods. So dairy, soya, and for me, it's even like broccoli and cauliflower. I will freaking cut those out because they just really bloat me. My coffee, like when I'm cutting for the summer, I will switch from cow's milk to like almond milk. And it is night and day difference in like how my stomach feels. There is absolutely no bloat then. So you want to reduce or cut out foods that are like any kind of packaged foods, like, protein pancakes, protein bars, ham, packaged noodles, and 100% freaking takeout, because you don't know the shit that they put into that. So if you do this for 5 to 6 days of the week, then you can keep the yummy, okay? Keep the yummy. I've got all the stuff here, look. You can keep the yummy on day 7. And you can still have shredded abs. And this is exactly what I teach my clients, you guys. You mostly eat clean food, so then when you have your date nights or you have those weekend treats, you can still get results. In fact, this works so well, like my clients can even fit in like those chocolate squares throughout the week, okay, or some chips or whatever they like, and they will still drop tummy fat. And they can still go out on the weekends, and they can still go out on date nights or social events and have that burger, enjoy themselves, that dessert, whatever, without having to worry about belly fat. Now, obviously with my clients, I dive in deeper, into their nutrition, and then we come up with like exactly what they need specifically for their like diets and lifestyles and stuff. But for those of you who know how to like manage your calories and stuff, 200 calories, 250 calories max of treats like daily. The rest, keep it freaking clean and you are going to freaking drop fat just like that. Okay, so that's how I design my clients' plans, to keep the treats in there, the stuff that they love, and also eat like clean and find that balance basically. But if you don't count your calories, just keep your food clean for 5 to 6 days of the week. What is clean food, Ramona? Why do you just keep going on about that? So clean food is basically single ingredient food, or when you look at the label, there's like as few ingredients as possible, okay? So if you see this long list, always look at the labels, you guys. You need to read the labels. If you look at the label and there's a freaking long list of stuff there that you can't even pronounce, it is not good for your gut. I don't care if it's low calorie. For example, so I've got like this, and a lot of you who've been following me for a while know that I freaking love my frozen mashed potato. This is sweet potato. And the only ingredient in this, if you look at it, I'm not lying, is sweet potato. I don't know how they managed to do this, but it is freaking awesome. This is the only ingredient, and that's what I mean by clean foods. I've seen a lot of these like in the supermarket, okay, and this is just the vegetable. plain vegetable. And if I look at some of the other like mixed vegetables, they add preservatives and like some oils and all that shit that you really don't need. So this is what I mean by single ingredient. So the cleaner you keep your food, the better. Number 3 is to focus on these 3 things: protein, fat, and fiber. If you just ate freaking protein, fats, and fiber, you would seriously shrink your waistline, like no doubt. It's like a steak and a salad. That's an example. But of course, we need carbs, give us some energy for our workouts, and then we don't want to be grumpy. Okay, so because carbs also help with your mood, and that's where things get a little bit tricky because we all love carbs, right? And we can like freaking go overboard with carbs. So I'm going to break down the examples of the protein, carbs, fats, and fibers that I eat. But here's the hack. You want to strategically place your carbs around your workout and when your body needs it most. So breakfast and then pre and post workout. Okay, those 3 times of the day. So if you want to try to shrink your waistline, like if you're really, really serious and you really want to cut like down for like an event or summer or whatever, you don't need to have those carbs for dinner. Let me give you like actual examples of how I plan my meals. So the first thing that goes on my plate is always freaking protein. For me, it's like a palm-sized portion of protein, or this could be like around 4.5 ounces of like protein, like chicken or beef or whatever, or it could be like 3/4 of a cup. You can use any of those measurements, whatever method works best for you. I always have that first. This is non-negotiable. Ladies, you have to get that protein in first on your plate. So for breakfast, like I'm always eating eggs, and then I also I have the whole basket here. It's hilarious. I have this, okay, and I'm sure like most of the stores now have this, which is just pure egg whites. Ladies, this is pure freaking protein, and it is so good. So you can have like an egg white omelette, or scrambled eggs, or you can even add this when you're cooking your oatmeal. You won't even taste it, trust me. It is so good. So you can add like 3/4 or 1 cup of egg white, and then I also add like 1 whole egg to my breakfast every morning. I've got the protein and the fats covered here. Now for carbs and for fiber, I add oats, just plain rolled oats, blueberries, fiber. This is so good, such a good source of fiber. So I always add oats and blueberries. This is awesome. The other staple that I add in my breakfast, everyone's like, you need to cut the bread when you're trying to shrink your waistline, you're trying to lose fat. You do not need to cut the bread. Sourdough bread is like a bodybuilding staple, and I had no idea this existed like before I started working with my coach. And I was like, what's up with like sourdough? Why are all the bodybuilders having this? This bread is really high in nutrients, and it digests very quickly because of the way that it's made. Like it's like slow fermented or something like that. For those of you who can't tolerate like gluten or have a problem with bread, try this. It is so good. Those are my staples for breakfast. Now for lunch, I have my palm-sized like portion of protein. Since this is like around my workouts, usually I have white rice. I actually have the freaking container to show you guys. Look, I cook my white rice, and this is with chicken stock. Just chicken stock, okay? I don't even use any freaking oil in this. Look, this is what I mean by clean food. I'll have that, I'll have rice, or I have the sweet potato. So those are my carbs around my workouts, and my protein around my workouts. And then I add salad, which I don't think I have here. I forgot, okay? So I'll have any kind of vegetables that I showed you, the frozen ones. If it's during the day, then I don't have freaking time. I will just get the frozen vegetables done, or like a salad pack or something. I have no freaking time to cook. These are great sources of fiber. Oats, berries, and vegetables. You're like, why is Ramona harping on and on about fiber? I'm glad you asked. Did you know that fiber is directly related to a smaller waistline? It actually is related to lower belly fat. So if you just ate 10 grams more of fiber every freaking day, it reduces belly fat and that dangerous fat that's around your organs. Super important, make sure that you're getting your fiber in. So stock up. My clean carb sources for the day: oats, berries, these are all carb sources, and I eat like all kinds of berries throughout the day. Vegetables, white rice, sweet potato, and I have taco, burrito. Okay, I really love these. I used to have wholemeal stuff like wholemeal rice and wholemeal wraps, but now I just eat white, because if you're a small eater and you can't like tolerate like large amounts of food, then I find like white rice and like white wraps are much better because they just digest quickly. And I need more food because it's very hard for me to gain muscle. And if I'm eating brown rice and whole wheat stuff, then it just freaking stays in my stomach and I don't want to eat. Something really weird, okay? Like I used to love peanut butter. It was the reason I would get up in the morning, okay, because I could have my peanut butter. My bodybuilding coach was like, Ramona, I don't know what it is, but all my clients, I find that their metabolism just slows down when they have peanut butter. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I don't know, there's no science like to back that up or whatever, but I just find that this is what happens with peanut butter. So I always suggest almond butter. I was like, fine, you're the coach. I actually make my own almond butter, and this is literally just like a pack of plain almonds, Himalayan sea salt, and I put some cinnamon in it. So this is my source of fat. It lasts for weeks on end. I don't have to worry about it. It's in the fridge. Number 4, and this is a killer hack, a game changer, not just for me, but for my clients as well. And that is break up the elements of your food and to cook them separately. The reason why I see a lot of women struggle is because they will cook everything together. You've got like the chicken and the freaking gravies and the sauce and the vegetables and the potatoes and the pastas or, lasagnas, or everything is just freaking dumped in together. So what happens is when they're putting that on a plate, the protein is just sprinkled there. You don't know how much protein you're having. You don't know how many carbs. This is important. You need to hit those numbers if you want to get that small waistline. 99% of the time, when I look at someone's meals when they just sign up, it's just sprinkles of protein. And they're like, I get my protein. No, you're not. It's mixed with all this other shit. And it's like 80% of that is just freaking sauce, vegetables, or some other crap. Okay, so the hack here is to cook everything separately. Cook your protein separately, whether that's like chicken, beef, shrimp, salmon, whatever it is. Cook your sauces separately and cook your rice like how I showed you separately. Okay, then you can, whatever you put on the plate, is that's 100% protein. Then you can, decide how much sauce you need, the carbs that you need. But since it's all broken up, it makes it so much easier. I have a large batch of everything because I freaking hate cooking. I will not stand in the fucking kitchen and like cook for hours. So what I do is I will just cook everything in large batches and I will freeze it or I will put it in the fridge. Okay, you guys, my daughter loves this, my partner loves this, and I can tell you with certainty that everyone in this house has fucking abs. Okay, so this shit works, I'm telling you. You need to separate your food and cook them in different like elements. If you like variety, you guys just cook a large batch of like options and then just freeze them and then you can alternate them. Get creative. So with your meat, you can have like grilled meat, you can have like chicken nuggets or burger patties, meatballs, and you can change the seasoning. Put whatever seasoning you want on that, but at least you know that it is all protein. Total game changer, you guys. Try it out. Tofu, chicken thigh, white fish, so many options. Try low calorie sauces, okay? You shouldn't be like freaking throwing oil on everything. And that's how you keep your food yummy and you lose the tummy. Summarize everything that I just spoke about. Your nutrition hack for a smaller waistline. 1, eat smaller meals throughout the day. 2, cut out or reduce foods that cause inflammation in your gut. 3, you want to focus on protein, fats, and fiber. And number 4, break up your food into different elements, cook them separately. So that is how me and my clients, we keep that freaking belly fat off. So if you have any questions, drop them here in the comments and I will get back to you. You guys, tomorrow, same time, we are covering, tomorrow is a good one, the no time mom's secret for a tight tummy. So even with a crazy schedule, I am going to show you exactly how to get more hours in your day so you can actually focus on your workouts or creative stuff or any other stuff that you need in your life. All right, so don't miss that. Crush your day, you guys.